Hi friend, how are you tonight? I am doing a little bit of a different video. I haven't done one where I've actually showed myself, but tonight I'm going to be doing some hair stuff, so I thought I would just do this and do it with you guys. So I'm going to get started. So I'm Robin, and you all know I was working on the scrapbook, which I got that finished, and I wanted to do a final video on that, but I ran out of time. However, her birthday was Friday, and she got her scrapbook, and from what I understand, she really liked it, and it was emotional, and she really enjoyed it, and it was special. So I'm done with that project for the time being. And so I am a curly girl. It doesn't look very curly right now. It looks all stretched out of shape and looks pretty rough. I haven't done anything much. I didn't do anything to it today. I've got a good bit of tangles and very stretched out curls, a lot of tangles, and so I thought I would go over what I'm going to use tonight, which I'm going to detangle with this Coconut Miracle Curl. I mean, this isn't new. A lot of people use it. I'm going to use that. Also, I went to Target today. So Target is really relatively new to me. Before I moved here, I didn't have a convenient Target. It was like a few hours away from where I lived before. So Target is new to me. I know that probably sounds strange, but I feel like when I go in there and I look at their products, it's more upscale than like Walmart, like their home decor stuff and that sort of thing. I feel like it's a little more posh. Is that okay to say? I don't know. Anyway, but I did pick up, which is kind of fun, this Bridgerton body wash. It's Dove, and I do enjoy Dove body wash, and this smells so good. It's called Love and Meadows, and everything, there were only 2 of these left, and all the like the body scrub, and I don't know if it's body scrub or body butter, were all the products that were accompanying this were all gone. So I was like, let me smell it. And of course I smelled everything, and this one did smell the best. Just really fresh and soft. It kind of green smelling, like spring. It says bergamot and wildflowers. I didn't read that till just now, so I got that. And tonight what I'm going to use to wash my hair is this Infinite Lengths set, up to 90% less breakage, sulfate free shampoo and deep repair conditioner, because my hair, so curly hair is naturally more dry, and then I have highlights, so those bits are even more dry, and it looks like strings right now. It really does look better when it's fixed. And I thought I would so my eyebrows are naturally light. Like in the summertime, if I don't do anything with them, they disappear. The sun will bleach them out. So I thought I like to darken them. And so I'm going to wash with this I mean, you're not going to see that part, but, and I am also probably going to give my hair a little trim. It really needs it. I want to keep my length. Also, I do have my beauty license, just not in the state where I'm currently at. And it's probably not up to date where I did live. But it's kind of out of shape. I like long hair. So it just kind of needs shaped up. I want to leave, just tip the length. And I have had curly hair training to cut curly hair. I just don't currently do it for a living. I do have a few people that I will cut their hair for them, but it's just not something I currently do. So, alright, so I'm gonna get the oil in my hair first. It is super tangled. So I'm gonna start with that first. I don't want to pull. I don't want to cause more breakage. Right, I gotta detangle it before I can kind of trim it. I'll probably trim after I wash it. I do like to trim, it is nice to do a dry cut with curls. So I have it kind of sectioned into Okay, so when you have a tangle like that and you don't want to pull and break it, go through and kind of pull up. And that way you can not break your hair and cause more damage. But it is pretty. I just go to town with this stuff. I mean, I can do several times with a bottle, usually 2 to 3 times. It just depends. And my hair does feel so much softer afterwards. I tried using just regular, just plain old coconut oil before. It caused my skin to break out. So when it's actually Abby Young who recommends this oil, when she had recommended this, and I was also using this pre-poo pre-wash detangler, and I was using this oil too for a while. You can see it there. I have a little bit of that left, but not very much. So I was using different oils before, but this one is easy to get. You can get it, you know, at Walmart or Target. You can get it at, I'm sure you can order it from Amazon. But it's just so good for detangling, and this hair, trust me, is a straight up tangly mess. When I was a kid, my mom would tell me my hair was a rat's nest, and in a loving way. That sounds mean, but I know she meant it in a loving way when she would tell me my hair was a rat's nest. And that was when she was getting ready to fix it, because she was such a good mom, and she would always keep it in braids and to try to help me to not. And that was like kind of before I realized that I had curly hair. I I don't know, your hair goes through phases as you grow. And I even had perms. Well, okay, so we had what we called iron water, which was like sulfur water. And it turned our hair reddish. It turned everything reddish. It would, you know, on your jeans, you'd have red spots. Mom didn't like to buy us anything really light colored because it would always leave iron spots on our clothing, our hair. I had a friend, I remember in grade school, who they thought she had cavities. Turned out the iron water at her house had actually stained her teeth, and it wasn't cavities. It was just the rust. The iron had actually made it look like she had cavities. So it's pretty harsh. So there you see I have this side done. I can run my hands through it. Here is what I'm getting from that first section. Lay that there. Oh, and this one's pretty tangled over here. I get some on my hands. Yeah, I had really wanted to show you guys the finished scrapbook, but I ran out of time and I wanted to do a final video of me working on the scrapbook, but I ran out of time and I was tired. Like, it takes some effort, you know, to like set your camera up or your phone or whatever it is you record with and do all the things you need to do to get it ready. And that last night I had to work on it before I was going back to work, and you know, the last two nights that I had, I just wanted to get it done. I didn't have time to turn y'all this way a little bit. I didn't have time to, I just wanted to get it done. So I didn't have time to really set up and go through the effort that it takes to do all the things. And I didn't want to have to cover the faces, and you know, I just wanted to get it done so that it was done for her birthday. And then like some pictures were repeated because I didn't get all the pictures in at the same time. I kind of got them in different time frames. I'm trying to adjust this. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's fine. So when you don't get all the pictures to work with, then you're like, oh, I need to add this one here with this. So some of the pictures I ended up repeating, but I mean, it's okay. I thought it was nice. I would have loved it had someone done it for me. So here's this little section of hair, what I got from it. There's still a tangle there. Better put a little more oil in there and run it through. Oh, 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 oh. Ouchie, 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 ouch. I know I'm making a fuss, but I'm actually pretty tough when it comes to that. If you hear the background noise, that is the little robo vacuums running. Lordy, it's loud. But it should, I blocked it so it can't come all the way down here, and plus the dogs hate it, so they're hiding in the bedroom, so I blocked it from coming all the way here. So it shouldn't take long and it'll leave. But I do love them, especially when you have 2 dogs and a cat with all the loose fur. It is a very handy thing to have. So I'm just running my fingers through Making sure that I've got all the tangles out. I should have wore a maybe a lighter colored shirt so you could kind of see. Here's this part. I'm still getting loose hairs from it. I just wad them all up together. You know, people used to take their rat and save it all up so they could use it in their poofs, in their buns and stuff. But I don't save it. It just goes in the trash, or maybe sometime I might toss it outside for the birds, but oh, we got a tangle there too. Okay. Oops, nope, that's a bad tangle. Hold it up and get it out. There you go. Charles Henry's here with me, and the cat. She's not liking the vacuum tonight either. She seems to be less bothered by it than the dogs. The dogs get paranoid that it's out to get them, but she doesn't seem to care. So I'm in our bathroom that we're going to be doing a little makeover on, hopefully soon. I should swing the camera this way just a little. There's some paint swatches. That is for another video, right? Okay, so I have these two sides done. We'll put those in the back. Try to make a little braid. We'll keep it separate. I have a lot of hair, but it's I wouldn't say it's more, I feel like it's more of a medium texture, but because I have a lot of hair, it looks bigger. It looks like more than it is. Alright, now this part is super duper tangled. And this is also where more of the highlights are, so I feel like it... Let's break this into two sections. And I'll clip this one back. Hello, here I am. Sorry for the noise. Please bear with me. I want to do a video tomorrow of my Valentine's haul, because that's what my boyfriend did for me for Valentine's. He does nice stuff for me all the time though. But for Valentine's he was like, I'm going to give you $100 and we're going to go to some thrift stores you've never been to before. And it was so fun. We had a good time. And he ended up finding some finds too, so I think he still owes me. I don't think I spent all of my money. Alright, there's a little bit of pre-detangling, but I don't want to be too rough with it. Oh Lord, it's sticking to my fingers. Put some in my hand, rub it in, work it through the hair. This section has some pretty tangly spots. Do any of you use oil for your hair, like a pre-wash type of thing? I really do see a difference when I do it. It's just taking the time to do it because it takes time. Sometimes you're tired and you don't feel good and you just want to get done and move on to the next thing. And sometimes you just don't want to put the effort in. Or maybe that's just me. I haven't felt well today. Lots of things going around. Had a little bit of tummy issues. I don't really like the oil to touch my face, so I'm just gonna put this back a little out of the way. I'll do this section next. I'm getting a lot more grays, so this time the girl that did my hair, which I really loved, she did a fantastic job. She told me that my hair was trying to do a natural money piece. Okay. Ooch. Well, I do like highlights around my face, so it decides to do that on its own. I will work with it, right? For this side. So did you guys have a good Valentine's? What did you do? I'd love to know. Okay. I'm only going to try to do this video for about 30 minutes. Already. Looks like I've already made it about 22. It's a good tingle. You know, when you have a sister, it does make you toughen your hair up when you're little. I remember us pulling each other's hair. I don't even remember pulling my brother's hair. However, I'm like 8 years older than him, and I thought he was my baby. So when I was little, oh lordy, but I hope my underwear didn't show. These pajama pants are loose on me. I'm just trying to be myself. I'm not trying to put on airs when I'm doing these videos because it's not about that. It's about, you know, friendship, community, learning and growing and sharing and figuring out what direction this is going to take for me. It's been pretty slow so far, but that's okay. I have to be diligent and I have to have faith that the people who are supposed to find me will find me, and vice versa. So I'm trying to be brave because, you know, you're putting yourself out there. Like, I don't have any makeup on. You can see all the flaws. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. That's a tangle. Doesn't look like it, but it is. You have to trust me on this one. Okay. So far for me, I feel like the hardest part is actually trying to, is trying to edit things, and I'm not. So I've done some shorts when I went to the thrift store, but I'm not so good about I'm not comfortable so much with, oh, Lordy, this side's tangled. with the camera and out in public and, you know, that sort of thing. I think I finally got it. This one was, I think, the most tangled piece of hair. So, and editing on your phone I'm finding it to be difficult. However, I am also not very computer savvy, but if you'll stick with me, I promise I'll get better. So, here is the wad of hair from all the sections. Probably gonna add to it here, undo the braid, and go through everything. But everybody that says to get started, and you'll figure it out. You'll find your community, you'll find your niche, and it'll work out, but you just have to get started, and you'll learn. And that's what I just keep telling myself. As I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna get better. I just have to figure it out. Now I wish I would have got the little bit taller stand, so that, like, if I step back or I get close, again, I'm learning, trying to figure it out. Ooh, the heat is cranking. I have to turn it down. Okay. So there is my oiled hair. Looks a little more tamed, I think, now than what it did. Turn around and show ya. Trying to get all the loose hairs out. Also saves me a little bit cleaning out the little hair drain stopper that I have. If I can get some of the loose hairs before. So I may make a second video to this because I want to keep my videos at around 30 minutes. Okay, so here is my wad of hair so far from the sections. Hope that doesn't gross you out, just sharing. And let's see, I believe the bottle has hair all over it, was about here when I started, and now it's down to here. So that's not too bad. Like I said, I can usually get several uses out of it. So I'm gonna stop this video for now, and I'll just make a second one that you can watch if you want to watch, hopefully. And I'm going to do my eyebrows in it while this kind of soaks and sets in my hair. Ooh, here comes the vacuum. And then I'll probably take my shower and wash my hair, and then I'll get out and I'll do my haircut, and I'll video that for you. And then I'll style it, and then maybe show you the results or add it to that video. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. It's much appreciated. If you like this kind of stuff, if you could subscribe and give me a heart in the comments, or a smiley face, I would so much, very much appreciate it. And I'll be back. Thank you.